Hey everyone, so if you already started putting your name or logo out there, but you're not totally sure how to protect it, that's one of those things that can keep you up at night, because the second your brand is public, even just a little, someone else could swoop in and file first. And that's why I decided to test out Trademark Engine, because I'll be honest, I did think about filing the trademark myself, but once I started digging into the process, it was pretty clear this isn't something you want to wing. The rules are really strict, the government fees don't come back if you mess it up, and the legal language is basically incomprehensible. I didn't want to risk screwing it up, but I also didn't want to drop thousands of dollars on a law firm just to file one application. I needed something in between. And that's the gap Trademark Engine claims to fill. So in this review, I'll show you how it actually works, what you get for the money, and the parts you should keep an eye on if you're thinking of using it. But the first step is simple. There's a form online where you pick what you're trying to trademark, a name, logo, slogan, and then say what kind of product or service it's connected to. And that's it. The form's written in plain English, and it only took me a couple of minutes to fill out. Piece of cake. From there, everything you enter gets sent over to an attorney, and that early review was one of the best parts because most of the risk in filing is up front. Pick the wrong class, miss a conflict, or leave out one detail, and you could get completely rejected and lose your fee. Having a licensed attorney review it before anything is filed made me feel way more confident in the whole process. Now, after that review, they run a search in the USPTO database to look for conflicts. Basically, they check if anyone's already registered the same thing, and if they do find a problem, they'll flag it before filing, which saves you from just wasting money on a fee you'll never get back. Once everything is clear, they do the whole filing. Now, I really think it's worth explaining the legal side here. Trademark Engine itself is not a law firm. It's a platform that walks you through the process. The legal review itself comes from Swift Legal. It's a totally separate company. That's where the attorneys come from. And that's important because it means while your application does get looked over by a real attorney, not just a checklist or a customer service rep, you're not hiring that attorney as your personal lawyer. You're not getting full legal advice or a long-term attorney-client relationship here. Swift will review your application, but they're not your personal counsel. So yeah, it's kind of a split setup, but it works as long as you know what you're getting into. Now let's see how much this costs because it's really not bad at all. Trademark Engine has 3 tiers and all of them come with the basics. They prep your application, run the conflict check, make sure the formatting is correct, and file it electronically. You also get an online account to track your deadlines plus a 10-day trial of trademark monitoring that renews automatically unless you cancel. Their basic package is around $100 plus the federal filing fees. Now that's just the entry-level option. If you want a clean filing, nothing extra. Then the deluxe package is around $200 and includes everything in basic, plus a cease and desist template, a transfer and assignment document, and 24-hour expedited processing. Now this one is all about speed. Instead of waiting 5 business days, your application is reviewed and filed within 24 hours. So bottom line, all 3 packages do the same core job. The differences are just in the extras. And if you're looking into it, I'll leave a link in the description and down in the comments, and we can usually get you some special offers that you won't find on their site. But Trademark Engine doesn't stop just once you've filed. They stick around for the follow-up steps as well to handle renews, extensions, and statements of use if your product isn't live yet, but you still want to reserve the spot. And if the USPTO has a question, they'll draft a response for you. My own application came back with an office action, and it's so nice to not be left on your own with that kind of stuff. And they also have some other tools. You can file for copyright protection on designs, logos, or digital content, and if someone uses your name or logo online without permission, they've got a DMCA takedown service to help get it pulled. Now, you might not need these right away, but if you're building a brand long-term, it's good to know they're there. And what really stood out was just how smooth everything felt. Each step naturally led to the next. Nothing was vague. I didn't have any questions. I never hit a wall where I had to stop and figure things out. It just worked, which is good because I was really worried, particularly about picking the right trademark class. That is one of the easiest ways to get rejected, and it's so confusing if you haven't done it before. But here, all I had to do was describe what my business does, and they assigned the right class. It's a huge relief. I was not going to nail this stuff on my own. And before anything was filed, I knew a licensed attorney had reviewed it. I wasn't talking to them directly, but that review made me feel a lot more secure. So basically, here's where I landed. Trademark Engine is not a full law firm, but it's not just a software either. It's a filing service with legal review baked in. If you already know what you want to protect, it gives you a clear, straightforward way to do it. You'll still need to know what your mark is and why it matters. That part's still on you, but the system helps you avoid the tiny technical mistakes. And if something does go wrong, there's actual support to help you fix it. And if you want to try Trademark Engine yourself, I'll leave that link in the description because we usually have discounts there that won't show up anywhere on their site. So feel free to check that out. If you're interested in working with us or sponsoring a future video, just reach out using the email in the description. Now, protecting your brand is one of those things that you only get one shot at, so hopefully this review gave you a clear look at whether Trademark Engine is the right fit. And if it did, please leave it a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.